Can you imagine being at that stadium at Wembley when Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, their first trophy? People were crying, men, grandfathers, great grandfathers, we are shedding tears of joy. And then when you go to Germany as well, Bayern Munich, won the
Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochku Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
Transit TV back again. Very interesting video I'm bringing to you this season in Europe. As a matter of fact, as football fans, most of the time we think that this game of football is unfair. But this season, football decided to reward fans. And made a season for the fans this season. It's been a season for the fans all around Europe. And if you remember, at the beginning of this season, during the group stage in this season's Champions League, I predicted that this season that the usual teams that have been winning the Champions League in the last decade, none of them was going to win it this season, and it looks like it's going to be so. Inter Milan used to be a horsepower in Europe. They've been behind on that one. PSG have been trying the last 12 years to win Champions League. They have not been able to in this their new project. Those two teams are going to play in the finals. But yeah, I want to bring to you an interesting start. Record that was broken. There are so many records broken this season all around Europe in terms of winning trophies by clubs. And we're going to run through that this season. It's not every time that you get, especially like a league like EPL, where no one team wins two trophies. It happens every now and then. Then you go around Europe, there are so many years and years of drought that we are broken this season. I'm going to run through that, starting from EPL. In EPL, Liverpool won their second leg, their second Premier League since the English league was turned to EPL. This is the second time they are winning it. They won it again. This is their second title in 30 years. And Crystal Palace won their first trophy in the first division. The last time they won was 1974, I think, to 1994 when they won the second division league. This season, they win the FA Cup in England and beating Manchester City to that. And this is their first trophy in the early division in England. And of course, Newcastle also broke their 74-year-old drought as well, winning the Carabao Cup this season. And don't forget that for 17 years, Tottenham have also not won any trophy. They win the Europa League this season as well. So these are the four teams that won trophies in England this season. You go to Italy, Napoli won the Scudetto for the second time in, I think, 4 seasons now, 3 seasons. But Bologna broke a 90-year drought for that, a 74-year-old drought for that club by winning the Italian Cup this season. Another very long drought broken in football this season. You can imagine what the fans of these clubs, Bologna was on fire that day. You need to see the fireworks. It was something else. And you can imagine being a fan of Bologna. You can imagine being a fan of Tottenham. Can you imagine being at that stadium at Wembley when Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, their first trophy? People were crying, men, grandfathers, great grandfathers, we are shedding tears of joy. And then when you go to Germany as well, Bayern Munich, won the league, but Stuttgart won the German Cup this season. And the last time they won a trophy was in 2007. That's almost 20 years ago, and you can imagine another long drought, broken this season. You go to Belgium, there was a 90-year-old drought broken by Union Saint Gilloise. They won the league. This is not a cup competition. This is the league in Belgium this season. So yeah, this season, football decided to reward fans and did a merry-go-round for all the clubs. Chelsea are in the finals for the Conference League. Chelsea have not won a trophy in the last 6 or 7 years as well. So it's been a fun season. You out there, let me know which club do you think their trophy or that the trophy they won this season, you know, meant more to, was more emotional, and why do you think so? For me, in terms of the years, it would say the Belgian league, but the kind of banter that Tottenham fans have faced because of not winning a trophy, I think theirs was more like it between Tottenham and Crystal Palace. Those two, and of course Newcastle as well. They've been a big team in England. I saw fans that day being emotional, though it's just a Carabao Cup. But for Tottenham winning Europa League and Crystal Palace winning their first ever senior title, those two for me stand out. So let me know what you think. Football decided to reward fans this season, and indeed it did. It was so many, scenes out there, fans rejoicing and celebrating with their players. Some of them in their lifetime have not seen these teams win any kind of trophy, any kind of trophy. And this season, football decided to reward fans. And long may it continue. Ciao.